and I call the member for Ryan.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I rise today in support of this motion. I thank the member for Fisher for bringing it to the attention of our chamber. I am proud to be part of a government which is investing a record $200 billion in Australian Defence Force capabilities, a government which recognises significant contribution of all of our armed services, and a government which is ensuring that Australia's veterans can be confident in their transition from defence to civilian life. Australians have enormous respect for our veterans. However, respect is only one facet of what we can do to support them when they return to civilian lives. With 58,000 Australians serving in our Defence Forces for an average of 8.5 years, servicemen and women spend a significant portion of their career in service. On leaving, many veterans still have a working life ahead of them and a full contribution which they want to make to society. Transition to the realities of civilian life is a major adjustment, and we must ensure that no one falls through the cracks. With 320,000 veterans with deployment service in the Australian community, it should be clear to everyone that they deserve respect and support for their service, no matter whether it was conflict or peacetime. Every year, more than 5,000 people leave the ADF, and the Coalition is working to ensure they transition smoothly and find meaningful employment. Many employers already recognise the value of the skills and experience of our veterans. The Veterans Employment Commitment, VEC, which builds on the success of the Veterans Employment Program, will be rolled out to businesses that want to benefit from the skills and experience of Australian veterans. Simply put, the VEC will identify businesses that provide career opportunities to veterans, that upskill and mentor them, and that are focused on how to retain them. Simply put, hiring a veteran is good for business. Businesses that sign the commitment will be listed on the official Veterans Employment website, have their details shared with veterans looking for work and through networking events, as well as being able to use the commitment logo to advertise their support. By connecting veterans to employers, we can make the transition much easier. Over the course of their careers in defence, our ADF personnel acquire qualities that are in high demand. They are leaders, they are problem solvers, and they work well in teams. This motion also draws to the attention of the House the second Prime Minister's Veterans Employment Awards held in March 2019. With the success of the inaugural awards in 2018, this is an occasion to recognise the achievements of veterans in workplaces and recognise individuals who have honed their ADF experience to commence or take on a successful business. Madam Deputy Speaker, the Gallipoli Barracks is located in the Ryan electorate, and I know all too well the many jobs once performed internally by ADF personnel are now fulfilled by external contractors. While the sourcing of external defence contractors is not new, it is often disappointing that many of those working for these organisations have no defence knowledge, perhaps an opportunity on which we could capitalise. I believe that we could, indeed should, further the remit of the VEC and make sure contractually that successful proponents for government tenders are obligated to employ a percentage of veterans. Consider a successful proponent of a defence contract. With their own equal employment opportunity standards, a proponent should be empowered to employ veterans who most likely have knowledge and experience which is beneficial to the task at hand. Perhaps I'm just thinking outside the square. However, anything that can be done to support a smooth transition to civilian life should be of mutual benefit and be considered. Madam Deputy Speaker, the Coalition Government is not just ensuring that our ADF, whether it's the Army, Air Force or the Navy, has the capabilities to keep us safe in the 21st century. We're also ensuring the best possible futures for those who give so much to keep Australia safe. Again, I thank my colleague, the member for Fisher, for raising awareness of the government's commitment to the positive transition of veterans from being battle-ready to being civilian-ready. For Australian businesses and employers, I encourage you to consider the invaluable contribution a veteran can bring to your workplace. Over the course of their careers in defence, our ADF personnel acquire qualities that are in high demand. This House must always remain indebted to Australia's veterans. The Veterans Employment Contract is fundamental to recognising the service of our servicemen and women to Australia. I commend the motion to the House.